that level, that shows genuine concern for the individual. And that endears me to the individual. And later on, I can in theology in terms of doctrine and whatever, as they may be. But it becomes easy for me to somebody to, if they are my friend, if they can trust me, they know a genuine concern. It is the same about the person in the church who is walking as well. If the person thinks that I'm just coming to them about and behavior and they are, because if you humble yourself and become fully righteous for people, then you're able to draw to Christ instead of shooting.
So, yes, that was an excellent submission. And what I like is your call to action for us to be sincere and genuine in our approaches. Because I'm going to say blatantly, sometimes we don't spend enough time doing our personal evangelism. It comes and says it's unnatural for us to go out even when we try cooperative to witness others. And one of the things that persons in the community have said is that a lot of us as Seventh-day Adventists do not go out to witness unless we're going to have a crusade. And that is it may be true, it may not be true, but the fact is it's being said. And we as the Adventist Christians should not put ourselves in a position to allow persons to be with us, worship with us, who are no longer with us, if they are feel as if the only reason coming around is because we want them to come back to church alone. Persons need us to care and care genuinely about them. And it is till we get to the point in our own ministries, personally, will be an improvement in persons having interest in being part of, God's church. I think witnessing, I'm going to put this out here, witnessing is more about us than anything else. Because if we don't do introspection, if we don't make the change in our lives, our own habits, our own attitudes, our own biases and prejudices towards others, because if we have a mandate to seek and save lost, how are we going to go and condemn them from the start? We're not offering them hope, whispering hope. We condemning them. The lesson has we must bring hope in a multitude of sins. So we don't publicize their sins and hang sins of them to hide a multitude of sins. Elder testable so that we don't allow them to feel like a project. Ronald, Elder Jarvis, and then finally Pat Orville.
All right, and then we're out of time. I'm going to be short. I just wanted to put a bit on the idea of reaching and winning or bringing back or how we deal with issues of wandering. And while we want to be as gentle and kind, the areas where sometimes prophet says that should cry out, show Israel. But we need to know how to do that, because there's a way to do that that would drive people away. There's a way to do it that would bring people close. When Nathan went to David, this is the strategy he used. And he was able to tell David, you're the man. Pointed out, but notice the strategy that he used. He gave him information and what about so and so, brought his mind back to a place he could have repented. So strategies to use to show where they, to show us, we could even say I was there, and that helps to I was there. I know what's happening. I was there, but Jesus helped me, and so He can help you too. I think the question asked is just to look for somebody. Go by the house and say, look, I haven't seen you for a while. How you do? How things? How's the family? And just that. and without trying to say anything about church, when they would have said, well, so and so is, I have this issue, or everything is all right, and so we just offer a word of prayer, and that's the first step. And at the end of the day, you don't have to say anything about church. Showing that genuine concern of how are you doing, because recognize something is not really too right, so there must be some kind of challenge that you're having, and I can help you pray. I can help pray for that situation.
Befriend them. In this day and age, we have a different concept of what a friend is. We have a Facebook friend, and some of us thousands of individuals there, but if we see one, we will not say hello. But we are a friend Facebook. Befriend, and that about getting in connection with them, speaking, at least to the place where you can speak regularly. The thing is, influence is very important when it comes to our relationship as brethren, because when a person is aware they have someone they can lean on, they're more comfortable in an environment, know that there are friends there, and they're going and feel so strange this place. People have about music song and all these things. We need to establish a connection through friendship, and that will help.
Jarvis, it was for me, the mindset. If I'm going to reach out, I have a different mindset about that individuals or people who find themselves in that category. The reason why I'm saying this is sometimes when you approach people, they can look at you and listen to you, and whether or not you're genuine to them. And if you have a certain predisposed position in your mind about that individual, it's going to become evident. And whatever you say, they're already going to dismiss it. They're going to be courteous and so on to you. But when you leave, that's it. And so you have to change your mindset as an individual. And I believe, once don't be afraid to break bread. Let me put it this way. Don't be afraid to break bread with somebody that you can comfortable and laugh with, without them having the suspicion that just being as there was a project for you. And that is genuine, is absolutely important.
Thank you so much, Pastor Orville, Jarvis, and Elder Thomas, for sharing it in a really way, what it means to share Jesus. And it shows us that we have to do a lot of work as, Adventist Christians and leaders. It relates to our relationship and connection with God, so that we go into others. And then as it relates to those who are wondering, or, who know fellowship and with the lesson highlights what we need to do, and a lot of it has to do with our own self-work. Ask God to cover us with character. Ask God to remove, any bitterness, any nation, any judgment, any sadness, heal about people's life, changes that have ensued as a result of their wanderings, and ask God to fill us with love, because love is going to be that catalyst, that push that's going to propel us forward, in the sense of seeing the urgency of mission, and that is in souls for God's kingdom. I want to encourage everyone to be prepared mentally, and to open up our minds, and to surrender us to Christ this week, especially as we embrace Christ's words, as we get ready to discuss the topic, share Him. I want to wish each of you a happy Sabbath. I pray that as you go to church today, whatever you choose to do today on this Holy Sabbath, that be a means of drawing not only you, but you'll remember others, to ask, help you to bring this to Him. Bless you. Thank you so much. Thank you to be on tomorrow morning, go further in depth as we look at the lesson entitled Out of the Overflow. God bless you.